Hello everybody! Today we're going to make origami winter houses. Now remember, origami is folded paper, but kirigami, it becomes kirigami anytime you cut the paper in order to get a shape that you want. So for example, on my winter house, I cut this little chimney and put it in here. So in my opinion, this is kind of kirigami because there's a part of it is cut and taped on. So it's not actually part of the initial origami structure. So either way, origami or kirigami. I guess it would be origami if you didn't add the chimney. So I'm going to show you how to fold the paper to make your house. And for the first part, the folding part, you're going to follow along with me step by step, so that when I'm folding, your hands are in your lap and they're still and you're watching me, and then it'll be your turn to fold. But then at the end, the decorating part, you're going to do that part all by yourself. I love the look of the white oil pastel or crayon or pen on the brown paper. You can use construction paper or craft paper. I love the way those colors look together, but you certainly don't have to do it that way. Yours could be really colorful, or it could be black and brown, or if you only have white paper at your house or at school, you can certainly color white paper. I actually had a piece of brown construction paper that I found, but I didn't know I had any, so I had collected some grocery bags from the grocery store, and I was just going to cut those up. So you can use craft paper or brown construction paper or white paper or any other paper. The most important thing is that you start with a square. So if your teacher or your coach hasn't cut a square piece of paper for you, have somebody help you cut it can be, I think the best size is 9 by 9 inches, but you could also have a 10 by 10 inch square of paper. So that's what you need. Brown paper or any color paper cut into a 9 by 9 inch or 10 by 10 inch square paper. You need, you might need a pencil. You might need a pair of scissors if you want to add a chimney. You need a white crayon, oil pastel, or marker. And then if you want to use any other colors, you can use oil pastels, crayons, or markers. This idea is inspired by gingerbread houses, which you may have seen. The recipes that we use to make gingerbread houses or gingerbread men originated in Germany, and they came to this country with the colonists. People who came over here from Europe and particularly England to settle in America. And there are different kinds of gingerbread. You can make flat sheets like cookies, or like the same recipe that's used to make the houses, or you can make it more like a cake. Unfortunately, our gingerbread houses or our winter houses are not going to be edible. I wish we could do that. Let me show you how to fold the paper. Remember, you're going to follow along with me. So when you're watching me fold, your hands are still and in your lap. Okay, here we go. Pause the video and make sure you have a 9 by 9 or a 10 by 10 inch square of paper in front of you. You want to make sure that your paper is square. The first thing you want to do is fold your paper in half. When you're doing origami, you don't want to make your crease until you make sure that your corners and your edges line up. Now it's your turn. I'm going to show the exact same video clip again, but you probably don't need to watch it because you know to fold your paper in half. The trick to origami is being precise. Unfortunately, you have to be very exacting. So don't make your crease until you get your corners and your edges lined up really good. Okay, it's time for you to watch me again. So hands in your lap, taking a nap. So for this next part, there's two folds. You're gonna fold the bottom and the top of your paper up to that middle crease. So you want the edge of your paper touching and lined up with that middle crease. So now it looks like your paper is open. Now it's your turn. I'm going to show the same video clips that I showed a minute ago. You're going to fold the paper from the top into that middle crease and from the bottom into the middle crease. So now you have 3 creases or folds on your paper, and there's an opening in the middle. Okay, it's my turn again. So hands in your lap to take a nap. Now you want to flip the whole thing over so that the flap or the opening is on the bottom, and you're going to fold your whole piece of paper in half. You're just going to use that crease as a guideline, because then you're going to bring the bottom and the top of this side into the middle, just like you did before, but your paper has been folded, so it's smaller. It's a little bit hard to get the paper is thicker, so it's a little bit harder to get it to fold in half. Just kind of hold it gently and work with it gently. Or you could say you have to massage the paper a little bit. Get it in the right place in order to make your fold. Now it's your turn. Flip your paper over so the opening is on the back. Fold it in half. That's your guideline. Now fold the bottom end up to that middle crease and make a fold or a crease, and now fold the top part down or over to that crease and then crease your edge. Now you should have a square. This is our last step. Hands in your lap, taking a nap, and watch me complete this last step. Now you're going to flip that piece of paper over so that your square has a slit in the middle and everything else is on the back side. Now what you're going to do is put your finger inside the top flap, go all the way up till it stops to where that corner is. And then you're going to kind of pull that flap or that roof piece out. You don't want to crease it until you can't see the back edge or the edges are even. Now you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to pull that top flap back. I put my finger up inside my little house, up inside my roof, and I don't make my crease until I've pulled it out and gotten it in the right place. So that you can flip it over on the back and see there's two triangles at the top, and there's a lot more going on the back. If you have some tape and you want to tape that shut, you could do that. If you want to open that up and draw what the inside of your house might look like, you're welcome to do that too. I've had students do that before too. For my purposes today, I'm just going to tape it shut. Now I'm going to cut a small rectangle piece out of this some scrap paper, and I'm going to make that my chimney. I'm going to tape it on from the back. Now it's time to decorate. I'm going to make some snow dripping on the top of my roof. Kind of like heavy snow that's fallen and maybe pieces of it have fallen off. And then I'm going to draw a door and windows. Make sure your house has a door and a window or two. You don't have to put the door in the middle. You could put the door off to the side and do a large window beside that. However you want to design your house is fine. It just needs a window, at least one window and a door. I have a white paint pen or paint marker at my house. I realize most people don't have that. So you're welcome to use a white crayon, or a white oil pastel works really great. If you have paint and you want to use white tempera or acrylic paint, you're welcome to paint them. If you're at school, you're going to use white crayons or oil pastels for this, or colored crayons or colored oil pastels. If you want to make shingles for your roof, you can. You certainly don't have to. If you want to make brick or stone for your chimney, you could do that. You could put curtains in your windows. You could put peppermints or candy canes somewhere around here for decorations. However you want to design it is up to you. The center of the brick is definitely offset. Don't put the center of the brick below right in the same place as the center of the brick above. They're offset a little bit or over to the side of each other. The oil pastels look really great on here. Construction paper crayons also work really well if anybody has those, but I know a lot of people don't have those. If you want to draw a round peppermint candy, you can slightly curve some of your lines, or you can make your lines straight like you were cutting a pie in half. Either way works. The lines will come out from the center. I'm going to put some little peppermints at the bottom of my house, just to pay tribute to the gingerbread houses. And then I'm going to put some snow underneath that. If you want to color every other section of your peppermint red and then white and then red and then white, you want an even number of sections. So you want 6. I'm going to color my curtains red too while I'm at it. Here is my origami or kirigami gingerbread house or winter house. All right, boys and girls, I hope you have fun and I hope you don't get too frustrated with the origami. Stop it, go back and listen to it again. If you're able to, be patient with yourself. If you've never done origami, it's a hard thing to learn to do. So don't get frustrated. All right, see you next time.